In the vast and untamed theater of the natural world, life is a flicker of light, a precious and fragile gift. From the moment they draw their first breath, every creature is thrust into an unwritten saga of survival, a relentless battle where the only prize is another sunrise. It is a world painted with the stark colors of existence, where every day is a testament to the will to live, and every being, from the smallest insect to the most majestic predator, must find its strength to endure from the very beginning. The rules are simple, yet unforgiving. The challenges are constant, yet life, in its infinite forms, pushes forward, painting a breathtaking picture of resilience against the odds. This is not a story of ease or comfort. It is a raw, unfiltered chronicle of struggle, courage, and the profound wisdom that can only be found in the wild heart of the animal kingdom. The very act of being born is an odyssey, a perilous journey of courage that begins with the first gasp of air. For many young animals, the world they enter is not a welcoming cradle, but a landscape fraught with immediate danger. A sea turtle hatchling, guided by ancient instinct, must scramble across a treacherous beach, dodging the hungry shadows of seabirds before it even tastes the salt of the ocean. A newborn wildebeest, still slick from birth, must find its wobbly legs within minutes, its survival dependent on its ability to stand and run with the thundering herd, away from the patient predators lurking in the tall grass. These first moments are a crucible, a brutal test where the line between life and death is written. For these creatures, there is no gentle introduction to the world. There is only the immediate, urgent need to survive, a powerful first chapter in their life. Story written in the ink of instinct and peril, their entry into the world is a dramatic declaration of existence, a courageous first step on a long and uncertain path. In this world devoid of classrooms and textbooks, instinct is the most profound and powerful teacher. Animals are not taught with words or diagrams, yet they are born with an innate understanding of life's essential lessons. A spider does not learn how to weave its intricate, duked web. It simply knows, its tiny body a vessel of ancestral knowledge passed down through countless generations. A salmon, after years in the vast, open ocean, feels an unstoppable pull to return to the very stream where it was born, navigating thousands of miles with an internal compass we can barely comprehend. This is the language of instinct, a silent, powerful force that guides them on how to hunt, how to build a home, how to nurture their young, and how to navigate the complex tapestry of their environment. It is a form of wisdom that is felt, not learned. A deep, cellular memory that equips them with the skills to live, to protect themselves, and to ultimately survive in a world that demands nothing less. This unspoken knowledge is their greatest asset, the invisible hand that guides their every move. This powerful instinct finds its most tender and ferocious expression in motherhood, a universal bond that exists across all species. In the heart of nature, mothers are the ultimate guardians, embodying a selfless devotion that knows no bounds. A mother bear, lean and hungry after a long winter's hibernation, will fiercely defend her cubs against any threat, no matter how large or formidable, her own safety a distant second to theirs. An orangutan mother will carry, nurture, and teach her single offspring for nearly a decade, dedicating a huge portion of her life to ensuring its survival and independence. They are the first teachers, the primary protectors, and the unwavering source of nourishment and comfort. Mothers in the animal kingdom sacrifice their own energy, their food, and their safety, driven by a biological imperative to protect their young with a strength that seems to defy logic. This unwavering love and protection is a testament to the powerful, life-affirming force of motherhood in its purest, most primal form. To exist in the animal world is to embrace a life of constant struggle. It is a fundamental part of the contract of life, an unavoidable reality that shapes every creature. The daily quest for food is a relentless challenge, a race against hunger that drains energy and exposes them to danger. A cheetah, the fastest land animal on Earth, fails in its hunt more often than it succeeds, each failed attempt bringing it closer to starvation. Sickness can sweep through a population with devastating speed, a silent, invisible predator that culls the weak. The environment itself is a formidable adversary. Droughts parch the land, floods sweep away homes, and freezing winters test the limits of endurance. And above all, there is the ever-present threat of predators, a constant shadow that keeps every animal on high alert. Yet, Despite this unending series of hardships, they do not surrender. They rise with the sun, driven by an unyielding will to keep moving forward. This persistence in the face of adversity is a powerful lesson in resilience, a daily demonstration that the struggle itself is an inseparable part of existence. In the grand economy of nature, death is not a final, tragic end. It is a profound and necessary transformation. It is not a loss, but a transfer of energy, a vital link in an unbroken chain. When a mighty old tree falls in the forest, its decaying wood becomes a bustling metropolis for insects, fungi, and bacteria, its nutrients slowly seeping back into the soil to fuel new growth. When a predator makes a kill, the life that is lost sustains not only the hunter and its young, but also the myriad scavengers that follow, from hyenas and vultures down to the smallest beetles. Nothing is ever truly wasted. One life given up becomes the sustenance for many others. A sacred transaction that ensures the continuity of the whole ecosystem. Death, in this context, is not an absence, but a presence. A vital force that feeds life, clears the way for new beginnings, and maintains the delicate balance of the natural world. It is the closing of one chapter and the immediate opening of countless others. This intricate dance of existence is what we call the circle of life, a concept that is not just a poetic metaphor but a sacred, biological truth. Every element is deeply interconnected in a cyclical rhythm of birth, growth, death, and renewal. The rain falls, nurturing the grass. The grazers eat the grass, growing strong. The predators hunt. The grazers, sustaining their families. And when the predators eventually die, their bodies return to the earth, enriching the soil that will, in turn, nurture new grass. It is a perfect, self-sustaining system where every being, no matter its size or role, is an essential thread in a magnificent and complex tapestry. This circle represents a profound cosmic law, that all life is borrowed, that nothing is permanent, and that every end is seamlessly woven into a new beginning. In nature, there are no true endings, only endless cycles of transformation, a continuous flow of life, energy moving from one form to another. As we observe this raw and honest world, we are forced to recognize that emotions are not an exclusively human domain. When we look into the eyes of an animal, we can see reflections of our own deepest feelings. We witness profound love in the gentle grooming between a pair of primates or the dedicated care of a bird feeding its chicks. We see unshakable courage in the lone wolf that stands its ground to protect its pack. We see heart-wrenching loss in the mournful cries of an elephant mother standing vigil over her fallen calf, refusing to leave its side. And we see awe-inspiring resilience in the injured animal that drags itself forward, refusing to give up on life. The animal kingdom is a vast stage where the great dramas of love, loyalty, grief, and perseverance play out every single day. These complex emotions, expressed without words, remind us that the capacity to feel deeply is a universal language, connecting all living beings in a shared experience of existence. Ultimately, the greatest wisdom that nature imparts is the lesson of acceptance. In the animal world, there is no bargaining with fate, no denial of the inevitable. Every being, from the ephemeral mayfly that lives but a day to the ancient tortoise that sees centuries pass, must eventually heed the call to return to the earth. There is a quiet dignity in this acceptance. Animals live fully in the present moment, untroubled by the existential anxieties that often plague humanity. They do not mourn the past or fear the future. They simply are. They understand, on a level deeper than consciousness, that they are part of something much larger than themselves, and that their individual life is a temporary loan from the great bank of nature. This serene acceptance of the natural order, of their place within the great circle, is perhaps the most profound lesson the animal world has to offer. What, then, is the lesson for us, the observers who so often feel separate from this natural world? The wisdom of the animal kingdom is a mirror, reflecting a simpler, more profound way of being. It calls on us to cherish the fragile gift of life, to live with the same urgency and presence as a creature fighting for another day. It urges us to respect all other living beings, recognizing that we share this planet and are all part of the same intricate web of existence. Most importantly, it teaches us to live our own lives meaningfully while we can, to embrace our struggles with courage, to love with unwavering strength, and to accept our own place in the great, unending circle, in their silent, instinctual existence. Animals teach us how to be more fully, more deeply, and more gratefully human, and that is a lesson that will transform the way you see the world forever.